Hi, I'm Antti Forsell. I'm here to talk to you about the online fundraising for Lions clubs. I think it's essentially important today because of the COVID-19 and the pandemic situation. We are socially distanced and not able to do all the fundraisers in events and locally in our communities as we used to. I think it's an art of making donations as easy and user-friendly as possible is key to succeeding in fundraising. There's a big jungle when we look at the online fundraising. There's so many different options. Sometimes there's surprises if we go unaware and try to do something. It might be costly for us. It might be not convenient for us. And therefore, I think it's good to get some advice. Looking at the picture of different options, there are many. However, to focus on something that is most suitable for Lions clubs and Lions districts, I would recommend out of the social media, Facebook fundraisers and Instagram fundraisers, and also from the websites which are a bit more thorough, supporting multiple different options would be GoFundMe and then donate through PayPal. But first, let's start importance of who is fundraising. Whether it will be you as a single lion or me as a single lion, that's a difference. We can always set up a fundraiser personally to do that and have some money. We can also do a fundraiser as a club and district. And the big question is about the trust. How do donors trust you, or will they trust better the club, district, or the image of the Lions Clubs International? So these are the considerations we need to do, and it's depending on our goals and aims, what we want to achieve. So I will come back to those a little bit later, discussing how it deviates between different platforms, what the format of non-profit or personal fundraiser. But with the trust, it's equally important that we touch about the people appealing emotions. How do we appeal to those people? What is the emotional picture that we want to paint? And it needs to be emotional, that to communicate either picture or very short video, that who do we want to help and why do we want to help them? And why is it so important that you need to be donating for this cause right now? That's the main question, and that we need to communicate typically in very short sentence. We need to be able to convey the message and have our donor thinking that if I was in the same situation, I would be appreciating all the support that I can get. However, the second very important part in appealing to people is to tell what happens to their money, where the money goes. Will we donate that directly forward for our cause or targets? Or will we buy services or products to deliver that support? Or there's an option that we organize an event, for example, handicapped people or visually impaired, which will be helping them, and that's our cause. Where do we collect the money? So these questions and this communication is very important when we think about setting up the fundraiser, whether it's a personal or a non-profit fundraiser. But when we set it up, we need to understand that nothing comes for free. It's always something that costs there, especially when we do the personal fundraising. The jungle of all those options that I showed you before, they have platform fee, meaning that when you start using something, you purchase a software or the license to use that. And on top of that, you might have monthly or annual fees that you need to cover. But when we look at the Lions Club or Lions District, I think the most important topic would be that our fundraiser platforms are only based on transaction and processing fees. This means that when our donors pay with the credit card, there's only certain small portion of money that goes to the transaction and processing of those credit card payments, and all the rest of the money comes to us. That would be the simplest and safest way for us to start fundraising online, because we know that there's only certain limited cost, and there will not be fixed cost and monthly or yearly or just from the license. This way, focus on those. And exactly what I said in the beginning, the Facebook fundraising, GoFundMe, and PayPal platform, those are the types which have only transaction and processing fee for the fundraising. I want to start with the GoFundMe. I think that's in general, the largest, most used personal fundraiser platform in internet. There are so many different topics. It's categories. People can fundraise for whatever. We can obviously use this for our non-profit and charity, whether it's our personal fundraiser or we do that for a club, district, or even MD. The easiest way we set it up, we create an account, we put the campaign over there, we can communicate in the campaign what do we want to do with that. There's a picture, we can add short videos, the text, what we do, exactly what I talked about, the emotional appeal and the trust, where does the money go and why is it important to help, putting it all together there, and then launch the campaign. GoFundMe has very good options that you can do sharing in social media. You can share the link directly with the emails. You can send it with the WhatsApp or whatever messenger to your friends and ask for donations. And when you go to the donate page, which is on the right hand side, you can see that immediately donate now. You just click there, fill your details and then a credit card and click go and you're done. As easy as that. On top of that, we always want to recommend that when you have done the donation, please share this, that you have done the donation and this is important course for you, and asking your friends again, doing the same and sharing again. So that's how we spread word of mouth, getting further and further to help our cause. Second version, PayPal. PayPal fundraiser is either for personal or non-profits, and PayPal personal fundraisers are called pools. So you can create a pool where you're wanting to get some money in, and then other people can chip in PayPal language, which is the donate. This is very convenient, especially for a lot of people who have PayPal accounts, that you are using the PayPal account for online stores and all the payments that you can do online. PayPal is one of the largest online payment platforms currently available, and therefore this is very convenient to have it same way. So when you go to the PayPal fundraiser, you chip in, and then you have the rightmost picture there that you can log in with your PayPal account. And if you don't have, you just pay as a guest with filling your details on a credit card, and then you're done. Equally easy as in GoFundMe. There's nothing very elaborate on this. Both platforms, GoFundMe and PayPal, allow that donors can be anonymous. Their amount can be shown if they want. They can leave their name. So all the options are there. Who wants to show the support or just give anonymous, that's available. Then looking at the next step, Facebook fundraiser, which is the social media only. Over here, you can again select personal or non-profit. Personal meaning that you can set up anything from birthday wishes, birthday collection, to helping a local community playground build, whatever you want. Again, it's about your personal trust within your friends or within your community, how people will be donating there. we can link that somewhat to our service projects, service activities. However, if we want to go there that we fundraising for something specifically for Lions clubs, international or a foundation, then we should use non-profit, because the non-profit is only the list of available charities that are eligible and pre-registered for Facebook. Our foundation, LCIF, is one of them. So you can have donation fundraiser for LCIF, which will have a 0 fee, because that's the Facebook policy, that for all non-profits, they are handing out 100% of the donation. And that means that Facebook is actually covering all the transaction and processing fees. So it's Facebook's donation to that charity organization that they are handling the transaction and processing fees. So whenever we can, let's use non-profit, but when we have a specific cause, something that we want to do, then we need to use personal fundraiser in Facebook. Facebook is very nice that you have a page. You can, similar to having any Facebook group or Facebook page, you have a fundraiser page, which you can then share and link, and you can see how many people have donated, and people donating can leave comments over there. How did they like, or what is there, asking questions? You can comment then onwards. So it's very convenient when you're a Facebook user. Instagram is still building up. Currently, Instagram is not as sophisticated for personal fundraisers, but the similar non-profit fundraising is there with the Instagram platforms, and similar rules apply as a Facebook. However, for personal fundraisers in Instagram, you can only do them in USA, UK, and Ireland at the moment. So those are the countries who can set up a fundraiser, and all the other countries, or many other countries, can then do the donations. This will be testing modes currently with the Instagram, and it will be enlarged if they see fit that this is a good concept also for Instagram and working. But then I want to give a very short summary of the cost. What is it there that when we decide and know how to choose our mode of fundraiser? Overall, Facebook seems to be the cheapest, that they are only taking 1.5% as a processing fee, and a fixed transaction cost is $31 US. So that's very good. And as I said, the charitable non-profit organizations will have free donation, 100% donation without any cost for them. But then PayPal and GoFundMe are very similar together. How you can do the fundraisers, the cost is about the same. The benefit of doing a PayPal and GoFundMe is that you actually have ability to link donate now buttons for your websites, similar buttons on your email campaigns, have API. In addition, GoFundMe has for charitable organizations that you can do regular donations, ongoing donations. You can have fundraiser campaigns, but you can also have a ticket sale for event registration and asking for donation on a specific cause. And this is a very nice feature when you consider that you get all the registration data and all the data is with you. Both PayPal and GoFundMe are claiming that they are in European standards also GDPR compliant, so it's safe to use also inside EU area these methods of fundraising. But this is a good summary, and now I suggest that you just go digital, you try it out, create your own personal campaign first and try how does it look, how does it feel, what is the good for you, and then work on to go on with the clubs and districts as you have campaigns coming up. I hope this helps. Good luck with the fundraising.